Hello guys and welcome back to Grand Theft Auto 5. Today I'm making a list on the top 10 most fun supercars in GTA Online you should buy. Now these aren't categorized as the best supercars, these are categorized as supercars that you'll have a lot of fun with, that will look good in your garage, and a supercar that you could customize a ton and make it your own. So without further ado, let's get straight into the list. At number 10, we have the SC1, this car right here. Now this car has some pretty decent customization, but the reason it's at number 10 is the performance. The acceleration is a little bit slow, but the handling is okay. But this car is actually really fun to drive though, and it looks kind of cool. Also, this interior is just amazing. I feel like this will make a great addition to your garage. Also, the price of this car, I'm going to list it right there on the top right corner. Alright, and at number 9 on the list, I have the Zeno. Now this car is very fast, and the customization is pretty good. Now this car is obviously very fun to drive, just a huge drawback, it slides a lot. Like, look at that. I mean, it could be pretty good for drifting though, too. Top speed isn't great, but the acceleration is awesome. This thing actually just drives like an electric car. Obviously, this car looks really nice. I mean, even when it's damaged like right now, it still looks pretty cool. So I think this would look great in your garage, and I would recommend this car for driving and just having overall fun. Next one is the Entity MT. And this car is also really fast and fun to drive. Now this car has some good customization options, but not as much as other supercars in the game. Like this car here, obviously based off of Koenigsegg, it looks really nice. This car is expensive though, so I'll list the price there. Alright, the next one is the Vapid FMJ, and I love this car. It is definitely one of my favorite supercars in GTA Online. First of all, this car is extremely fast. The acceleration is insane. Just watch this, how fast it goes. At first it's pretty slow, but then the acceleration, it just picks up speed. It is insane. Also, this car has some pretty decent handling too. Also, the customization options on this thing are great. So this is the perfect car for those who like customizing cars in GTA. Just look how fun this is. I am jumping this car in the air, having so much fun driving this. It is just a blast driving this car. Alright, and at number 7, we have the GP1. This car sounds great, and it is pretty fast. Also, the customization this thing has is awesome. The acceleration isn't the best, but I love the braking and handling on this thing. It is just such a cool car. Also, this car just looks amazing. Like, I do not know why it looks pretty cool, at least in my opinion. The next one is the Devast 8, and the reason it's here is just the top speed on this thing. Now this thing is based off the this car is based off the Devil 16 in real life, which has a super high top speed. Just look at this thing go. I mean, I don't really like the look of this car, but the performance is great, and it has some nice customization options. Like, we are going so fast down these city streets right now, one crash could instantly kill us. And obviously, this thing is fun to drive. Look how easy it does jumps. Well, I mean, except in that part where I hit a rock, but it's still pretty good. Well, it's still pretty good though. And at number 4, we have the Pagi Urus. This is obviously based off a Pagani, and I love the looks on this thing. Also, I'm on dirt right now, and it is super fast. Like, that's how good the performance is on this thing. Also, on this car, the handling is amazing. I think it makes up for it with the braking performance, and of course the acceleration, which is also pretty good. And this thing is also really fun to drive, especially if you're like do racing. This car is really good at performance-wise. And at number 3, we have the Pagiignes. Look how beautiful this car is. It looks amazing. And you could customize this car in so many different ways. Now this car doesn't have the greatest performance, but like, it makes up for it with all the customization you could do on this thing. It is definitely going to stand out a lot in your garage. And also, it is pretty fun to drive and great for showing off. Also, I really love the interior on this car. Even though it's recycled, I feel like the interior fits the car pretty well. Alright, at number 2, we have the Benefactor Krieger. I love this car. The best part of this car has to be the handling. It is insane. Now, also another thing I love about this car is obviously the customization. The type of cars people make out of this is really cool. Just to show how good the handling is, look at that, how good that was. No sliding, just perfect handling altogether. Which is probably the reason why it's on number 2. Great for track racing and super fun to drive. The interior though is not that great. So we're driving on the off-road here. Oh, that did not do well. Alright, and at number 1 is the Obey 10F wide body. Now, the reason I'm ranking this at number 1 is just the customization on this car. It is insane. Like, think of this car customized to your liking. Alright, good. Now, this car has so much customization, you can take it to Ellis Customs and customize it exactly how you imagine. That's how good it is. This car is obviously going to stand out a lot in your garage, and as a bonus, it is fun to drive. Now, it's not as fun as a scramjet or whatever, but it's still pretty fun. I mean, and this car is pretty fast. And the interior on this thing, perfectly original interior for this car. I love it. That is why I enjoy driving this car in first person. This car better be in GTA 6. Well, guys, that is the top 10 most fun supercars you should buy in GTA Online. If you feel like there should have been a car on the list that wasn't here, let me know in the comments, because maybe next time I could add it. Anyway, guys, really hope you enjoyed today's GTA guide, and I'll see you guys in the next GTA Online video.